Hello, covenant people. Welcome to Daily Doxology. The scriptures of the day today is the book of Hebrews, chapter 9, verse the number 18. It says, "Well, therefore, not even the first covenant was dedicated without blood." Now, when Paul wrote the first covenant in his mind, I'm sure in his mind, he was talking about the law, the covenant that God made with the people through Moses. That's what he was talking about. But there is something called the law of first mention. And the law of first mention is whenever a word is used for the first time in the scriptures. Now, the first time we saw the word covenant used in the scriptures was the book of Genesis chapter 6, verse 18. But in that covenant, we did not see in the scriptures where that covenant was enforced by blood. That was the Noahic covenant. Remember when he says, "I'm making a covenant with you and your wife, between your sons and your son's wife." So in order for that covenant to be valid, there needs to be the shedding of blood. Now, we will touch on this another time. In Hebrew chapter 9, verse 19, Paul referenced when Moses would read the precepts of the covenant of the law, and he sprinkled the book itself with the blood of lambs and goats, and he sprinkled it upon the people also with the blood of lamb and goats. So now the blood becomes the enforcing agent of a covenant. Now listen to me. No covenant, none, zero, is enforced by the blood of animals. This is where the great deception comes in. So you have people who visit shrines, you have people who visit marine spirit, marine kingdom, and they tell them to sacrifice animals in making of the covenant. But the Bible makes us understand that the blood of lambs and goats is not a substitute for human blood. This is why Christ have to come. So anytime that your ancestors or your forefathers went somewhere and they say, "Oh, you don't need human sacrifice, you just need sacrifice of blood and goats," I want you to understand that the sacrifice of blood and goats was not what enforces the covenant. Remember our earlier teaching, until the death of the testator. So whoever makes a covenant with the spirit outside of God, they are making the covenant with their own blood. The reason why it has to be their blood, because no covenant is just between the two people. No covenant is between the testator. It always affects their generation. Join us on JPM tonight. Tonight we will pray extensively on this subject so that you can break forth some things and you can become free to live the life God wants you to live. Have a blessed and a pleasant day. Bye for now.